Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. There is a place which is different from any other place, which is the place where the Lord lives. That place, if you can manage to enter into that, your problems are solved. Your miseries will end there, end there. If we are talking about Hall of Holies, this is the most inner court of the temple where the Lord stays. This is where we want to get into right now. I just you must get into the Holy of Holies. Where God lives is where you are getting into. Pano Karayash, Topa Urukupinda, Pano Karaishe, Topa Urukupinda, Rayabaya, Ujibo Chene Chene, in the Hall of Holies. Ujibo Chene Chene, in the Hall of Holies, in the Hall of Holies, Rayabale Sanamaya, Ujibo Chene Chene, Ujibo Chene Chene, in the Hall of
Well. Welcome to yet another wonderful session of witchcraft and masking, in which we are in an expository quest of unmasking and unveiling the hidden things that are used to derail or change other people's destinies. As last week was unfolding, we learned a lot of things. We learned on the materials that are used in witchcraft, and some of those things you cannot even imagine those things being part of witchcraft. For instance, the snuff. How can snuff be part of witchcraft material? Yes, it is. According to the explanation we got from the man of God, we learned that snuff is used as a point of contact, as a receptive antenna that connects someone with these so-called spirits. In the house, as we are taking off, I have the apostle as our guest again. Welcome, and how are you, Apostle Sean?
Well, thank you, sir. I'm okay. Just greetings to the viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us from. I just greet you all. I hope that our volume is okay. You are hearing us properly. If you are not hearing us properly, we are also looking into the comment section. You may help us as well so that we can have a better feedback.
That's wonderful. Thank you for that, Apostle. As we are getting into this session for today, you were explaining on the colors of clothes that are used by these fellows. You spoke of blue or white, red, then black. You said blue or white, they represent the aquarium life, which is the marine type of spirits, right? Then you said the red one represents the hunters, the the bloodthirsty ones, the angry ones.
Yes.
Right. Then you were explaining in details the black one now. And you said even the one with the red spirit aspires to have the black one.
Yeah, when it comes to the areas of witchcraft,
Right.
yeah, they want the powers from the spirits which are represented by black.
Right.
Those ones are specialists. They don't know how to heal. They don't know how to reverse.
Right.
They only know how to bewitch. That's all.
They specialize in evilness.
No man is involved.
So you can be a witch going on foot with nothing,
For nothing.
and you don't want even a consolation or a prize.
No, not even. Don't you realize that the witches at our rural areas, they are broke. They are very broke. Those ones are not operating under a muzimu, an ancestral spirit.
Right.
They are operating under a witchcraft spirit. In Shona, they call it Shavi, Reuroi.
All right.
Shavi.
All right.
So usually what they call Shavi, they put it in a category of spirits which carries a behavior but they are bad.
Right.
Yeah, they usually, but they can also, like, you see when a person is a like Shavi Redona,
Right. That is
not
the
good.
cleanliness spirit.
It's not cleanliness, it's more than that.
Yeah, more than clean.
Like even kissing a person, your partner, you know, so you everything.
Right.
So it becomes shabby because it's not something good for the community. How can you be like your husband? You feel like, you understand what I mean?
Very
Yeah.
well
So
said.
it becomes shabby. Yeah.
Right. While we are on that, you were also explaining the association of colors and animals that can be engraved on those clothes, like the zebra, the lion, the cheetah, a guinea fowl, and many other. But these are the four major ones. Let's speak about this one with the guinea fowl.
Okay. The guinea fowl. There are some other people who have that totem,
Okay.
right? There are some other people who have that totem. So if that's your totem, on some cases, you may have that cloth as a representative of your
Totem.
totem. But it's in different explanations. Sometimes it just represents the wild. Because remember, the opposite of a chicken,
Right.
it's a guinea fowl. So now we are talking about the things in the wild. So some other people, they have it as a representative of their totem. Some other people, they have it as a representative of the wild,
Okay.
the wildlife.
What about the cheetah? I don't know anyone I've never heard of anyone.
Yeah, it depends also. You can buy that cloth with a cheetah because
Right.
that's your totem. Then you can also have it to represent also the wild.
Okay.
Some other people, they can even have the big five.
Right.
You know those ones,
Uh-huh.
the Zambians which have big
Yes,
five.
yes.
They will be putting it on like here.
Okay.
Yeah, so most of the times it is for kings.
Right.
Like the people who are in families, or like royal families, according to the explanations of their past, their ancestry. It will be like a royal thing. So those clothes they have different meanings depending on which culture are you in.
from?
Yeah.
Or you are in.
Yeah, like in Africa they are used differently.
Okay, while we are on that, before we get into today's hot topic, there is something that I'm getting to remember now. There is the issue of those bracelets, that animal skin bracelets, and beads.
Okay, it's in two as well. It's either you are having a bracelet to represent your ancestral spirit, right?
Right?
or you have a bracelet, which is, they call it in KwaZulu-Natal, there is the band that they wear here to protect yourself from guns and so
I
forth.
think the one you're talking of, they put it here.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding
Oh,
here,
okay,
right?
okay.
There is the one they put here. And there is also a lucky charm, even here. There is also another one for bullets here.
All right.
Not even. This one is hidden. There is another one which can
Which
be
will
put
be
here.
open.
Yeah. So I think the inscription that you are given by the person who is helping you, the Sangoma, whosoever, who gives you instruction according to the reason that he is giving you whatsoever that you'll be giving you. They have different reasons. Some other are like, those magic rings,
Right.
money rings,
Uh-huh.
money bangles, money what. It depends. It doesn't go one way. It has plenty explanations.
Let's go on other beats.
These ones.
There are these ones. There are the ones on the neck as well.
Okay, so the one these ones them. Like I where I'm coming from.
Right. Originally.
Yes, like where I'm coming from originally. Like my culture.
Right.
Like girls when they are around grade 6, grade 7, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years and upwards, they go to a cultural event. Should I call it an event or what? But it's called Chinamwari.
Okay.
So you go there, as guys, you go there. I think I shouldn't put much details about this ceremony because in our culture, it's not allowed to publicly speak about things that happen.
There. But
So-
it's something that happens,
Yeah, but
and we cannot go into
Yes,
details.
yeah. Remember
Right.
when I'm from church, I'm going back to my relatives to see them.
Yes.
To the same back to the same people.
background, same
Yes,
roots.
I will meet them. I'm not saying I will do anything cultural,
Yes.
but I'm saying, how does it feel that I expose the secrets of my background, which is unnecessary on this topic? I tell
Right.
you what happens at Chinamwari. So I think for the honor of the relatives that I have who are still in it, I won't expose what happens at the male Chinamwari program.
Okay.
But for ladies, I don't really like it. Like the men's one, of course, there is a lot of involvement of Muti there. We saw it with our own naked eyes.
Right.
But they teach you good things. Like there are songs that we sing there. Can I sing for you?
I think it will be helpful.
Okay. Right. The one it goes like. Are you ready for this? Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Eh?
I am. I think even the viewers are ready.
Okay. Tujimbe musungu wa ndanda, musungu wa ndanda, ana magwitorero mwana kumanjaye, kilima limeje, chajilagaza na gogo ya. We went with the issue
Yes.
there, and we were singing this for my grannies.
Okay.
They were shocked. So you still know all
You
about
still
this?
remember this?
Yes.
Okay.
So these songs, like this, the one that I sang here, it's not
Yeah.
allowed to sing like on the public. You only sing it at the mountains.
Okay.
So you could, when those songs, they carry messages.
All right.
Where like there is even when you are sitting, okay, let's say you are sitting with elders, then you can smell something good. There is somebody who produced some bad air here.
Okay.
Then you really know the sound came from this elder. There was a song
That
so this song was called Gidi kuinkomoe, Gidi kuinkomoe. What does it mean? It means Inkomo, it's a barrack.
It's a barrack.
It's a army barrack there.
in Blawayo there.
No, it's in Tawendo, where we come from.
Oh, in Como Barracks. Okay.
In Como barracks. Like
Alright.
when you are going to along Chinoi Road, then we
Circumcised, okay.
you understand. So when we say Gidi kuinkomo, we are saying
gun?
Bam.
To the
So,
must be
so let's say you had an elderly person
Okay.
making the sound.
Right.
You mustn't sing or say it aloud in front of people to embarrass the elderly person.
Right.
It's either you will take the shame on you so that you can leave the elderly person with dignity.
Right.
You know, so these were the good things they were teaching us. But the muti is the order of the day.
All right.
Now, and coming back to the issue
The
about
issue of the beads.
the beads by
Right. The West bed.
the West beads.
Yeah.
When you go there, whether you are still a virgin or not,
Right.
they teach you how to play with your waist.
All right.
So those girls are like propellers. Now, the reason why I hate
Okay,
it, you
right.
are teaching that to a 10-year-old child.
An old child.
No matter which age you go there.
As long
it-
as you went there.
Yeah, this
it
one is,
means-
I am making it public because it is known even in the compounds where we grew up at.
Right.
So once a girl is coming from there, boys will be after her because of the neck. So some of the signs that she went there are those
Is that
beads,
beads.
depending on which culture did you go there through.
All right.
You understand? And also, there are some multi-related things which ladies can wear here.
Right.
And some, they wear them just for attraction. They say when a lady is wearing them,
It's a bit attractive.
Yeah, it's attractive.
Right. When I was doing a cross-cultural study years back when I was in college, all African
But
women photos.
before you go,
Yes.
why is it I'm explaining my culture to you, yet we are of the same culture?
I was very unfortunate. My grandfather passed on when I was still young,
Okay.
and my dad had to take me with to where he was working.
Okay.
So I didn't get an opportunity for this. Only when I was almost done with my college years, that's when my uncle, brother to my mom, decided to invite me, and he didn't get a chance to put me through this teaching because he passed on the same year
Okay.
I met
So
him.
to conclude,
Yes,
I'm not kuumbara game.
very true.
Okay. All right. So you may carry on with what
Okay.
you were saying.
Okay, my thing is, I was trying to say, on those years when we were doing cross-cultural studies on a commercial or on a education tour, we realized that most of the photos that are sent back to Africa by the European or Western countries, a African lady is represented, the figure of an African lady is well represented in beads.
Okay.
But a black American woman will be not having beads on those photos.
Yeah.
So, yes, back then, I think it was regarded as African culture for ladies to have beads on.
Africa is big.
Yes.
Remember, the cultures in the western side of Africa and the southern Africa is so different.
You can take even a photo for this lady. I think she was Sarah Bathman, something like that. Yeah, this one who died in Paris, and there's a lot of story around here.
Oh,
Her photos.
That was lady.
Yes, even her
All right,
photos.
yeah.
She
had beads.
Beads on.
Like, yeah, this is southern Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, like those cultures, even Namanj, they still respect the beads.
Yes.
But like when we come to Malawi and Zimbabwe,
Yes.
beads means something
Something else.
Once a person have the beads, you know, good even Amazosi.
Yes.
Those beads, you take them, you put a twine.
Yes.
You wear the black one, you wear the white one, you wear everything. Even when you are feeling those leg pains, they do nothing. They just take the beads of.
Actually, that was where my question was on
Okay.
those ones. But lucky me, because I got an extra lesson on the beads.
Oh, okay. Those beads, they represent. They are in same colors, most. White, black,
Red, yeah.
red.
Yes.
So they will be just representing. You know what we talked about. These guys, they need a sensor that they
Yes.
can pick you up. So when you are wearing those beads, the spirit can easily recognize you. Good, yes, you did what I want. So when you are not wearing them, like you are a person who is possessed by that spirit, you are not wearing the beads, your hands will be painful.
Right.
Your legs will be painful.
Uh-huh.
Your back will be painful. So you are forced to have a bead on your neck representing the spirit which is following you. So I think I did not hear you clearly from the beginning.
It
This
was
is-
very clear the way you explained it.
yeah, this is the reason why I had to jump into the Chinamari thing.
Right.
But when it comes to ladies, it's very not. You must know that.
Yeah.
When it comes to ladies who are not who do not carry any ancestral spirit on them, yet they have the beads,
Yes.
be very, very careful. It's business, some of them.
Right, because I have seen even other odd colors like silver, shiny green.
Yeah, silver, we are talking about manjuzu. It's the same thing. They go back to the watery spirits.
All right,
Like
shiny green.
Yeah, they love silver. Shiny green is still the same. Remember
the blue side.
Yeah, remember the green in the water.
Becomes shiny,
Yeah.
like from
It's shiny.
that green world in the water.
Yes,
Yeah.
the green world in the water.
Okay. All right.
Those things.
So this thing goes even beyond what we are imagining.
Yes, it goes beyond we are imagining. It's like the spiritual world will be taking over the physical world to make sure that you live according to what they want.
Yeah. That's a very, 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 very serious thing. Thank you, Apostle, for taking us back to this thing, and thank you for even exposing some of the funny things that happens, so our kids can love things not knowing what they are really attaching themselves from. And us, even elderly people, nowadays there is a lot of engraving and things like that. You can decide to engrave even your name on a bed, and yet you'll be engraving it not knowing that you might put yourself at risk as well. But regardless of that, let's get into today's question. How can one see or realize that you are being followed by the ancestral spirit in particular?
Wasn't this supposed to be how do you see that you were bewitched?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure this is the one that we spoke about
This is
last
what
time.
we beef. Yeah.
Am I
You're
correct?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that one we covered it last week.
Yes, we covered
right?
it 2
How
weeks
do you
back,
see,
yeah.
like when you spoke about the
Back
pains, leg pains,
Bad luck.
yeah, and so
Right.
forth.
Okay.
So today it's supposed to be. Remember, we promised the people. We said
Right.
next week we are going to tell you how do you see that you are bewitched,
bewitched.
or you are being followed by spirits. Your life is in the situation it is because of
manipulation
witchcraft
or witchcraft.
of witchcraft or evil spirits.
Okay. Right.
You know, number one thing that I can tell you,
Right.
any problem without explanation, you must suspect witchcraft.
Okay.
Yes. Any problem without explanation. Because us as human beings, we can really see, okay, this person is falling down every day. Right? This is what we see physically.
Right.
Then we say, we don't know more. What we need to do is we take you to the hospital.
Right.
The hospital, which is a doctor who is 10 years at college and 10 years experience. These
Right.
are
20 years of specialization.
right?
Right.
This doctor attends you. He uses every kind of test on you only to tell you that we can't see anything.
Right.
So what it means this problem is spiritual. Doctors, they can catch everything, but they cannot catch spiritual things. They can catch anything, but they can never catch witchcraft stuff. Plenty people, they died at hospitals because it was a spiritual case or a
Right.
witchcraft case which was sent to a physical therapist, and everything went wrong there. You can take the person to an expensive doctor, and even in Japan, in New York or where, and the person will come back as a dead body, because instead of you going to the spiritualist with a person, I've seen a lot of people who suffered on bed, like what, on the sick bed for plenty years,
Right.
and the people were not believing good church could solve anything. Then they went to churches. The moment you go with the person, she begins to shiver, or he begins to shiver. What is shivering there? This is an evil spirit or something spiritual that was on the person. Maybe a
Right.
spell sent by a witch, maybe demons coming from the family, maybe demons which are just following your progress, and the person manifests. Remember, this person was not moving, even eating. She was not eating, he was not eating.
Right.
But for the first time he goes into the church, she manifests. She even have power to even overpower the ushers. Now you realize, good, this thing was spiritual. When you go to the hospital, they tell you, good, we don't see any problem.
Right.
Know that it's an evil spirit
For
or witchcraft. There are some people who have stomach pains, but the doctors check for ulcers.
They can't find
The
it.
stomachs, the ulcers are very, there
They
is
are
no,
not even existing.
they are not even existing. Then there are some other people like this. You know, I've seen a funny situation.
Right.
You go for an X-ray, they tell you, good, we saw that there are sores, wounds in your stomach.
Right.
So they book you for an operation, because probably you'll be suffering for 4 years with a sickness in the stomach.
Right.
You go to the doctors, they tell you, good, it is because these ulcers have been eating you for a longer time. So they book you for an operation. Probably they want to remove some stuff, some dirty stuff. Then they give you 2 weeks to rest and what. Then 2 weeks you come back for
the op.
When you go there, they will tell you, but we can't see anything.
Do you know that in this house, right now, I've got 3 of our daughters here that went through the same problem you are saying.
Yeah.
Do you remember the other one who had a bleeding case? I'm not going to mention
Yes.
the name though.
And
For years.
I remember, because the one we had a bleeding case, right?
Yeah, for years.
Yes, I remember.
And they even asked that she do pap smear, something like that.
Yes.
And the doctors ended up fighting, saying you're treating something which is not even there.
There. But when you go back home, sometimes you find that thing is back again.
Right.
When you go back to the same doctor, he is now confused. He want to start over.
Right.
So it will be delaying you so that it can eat you up. You go to the doctors get confused. You are feeling the pain, the doctors are getting confused. The doctors find the problem, you heal. You go back to them, they can't see anything. You go back home, you begin to be sick again. So you will live with this problem until it takes you to the ground.
Right.
You die.
I think I will have to use this particular one more frequent as we go, because I think there's a lot of things that are going to be unveiled there.
Yeah.
Then the second one, right now I was speaking to her on Sunday. Right now she is going for scan number 10 this year. Asking, what are the doctors saying? They had to switch her hospitals. They had to give her trial medication. But there is no any explanation as to what is she suffering from.
But Micheal, we need to deal with this, man.
Right, yes.
We need to deal with
I
this.
think this is very important that we are speaking about this.
No, we need to deal with specifically here.
Right.
I think I know the person that you are talking about.
Yes.
That one, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think we need to try something. We invite here for a meeting which doesn't have anybody.
Right.
We take Pastor Tobias, we take the other crew, then we deal with one case.
Yeah.
Until we feel like we are done. Then we begin to monitor and from that day, we need a miracle. We need to
Yes.
send her to the clinic tomorrow, same week.
Right. Because right now, she came from hospital on Monday.
No, we can't have a condition like that. This daughter has been suffering for quite
For
some
too
time.
long now.
Yeah, and she's part of our ministry.
Yes.
So what we need to do, we need to book her.
Okay.
We need to book her and have a one-on-one with those demons.
Right. I'm in agreement with you on that one.
We have one-on-one. We teach them a lesson. And what we are going to do, we are not going to cast them. We are going to punish them within.
Right.
Right? They must make sure that whatsoever substance which is in here, planted by them, they uproot it.
Yeah.
We don't want ushering there. We want this war room.
Right.
So this war room, we put a person there. We stand as giants. We hold our hands. We pray.
Right.
Because if I think we are too reluctant for a problem which is on our member. If the doctors are failing and us we are failing, it means good we are lazy.
Definitely there.
Yeah, we are not doing our job. Because if you are saying the doctors are scanning us, we are also part of the problem. Because if the doctors fail, we must do it. If we fail, the doctors must do it. Because
Right.
do you know there are plenty cases which we can fail and the doctors do. It will be a problem like where somebody maybe there is glucose which is lacking in the body. There are certain vitamins which are lacking in the body. If God can make you to heal that person, she will go back to her lifestyle of lacking a certain ingredient which is needed in the body,
Right.
and she will be sick forever. So
Right.
what God does when he sees good, the person that you are dealing with is having toothache because she eats much of sugar, sweets, honey, and so forth. God will not heal that person. She will go to the hospital. They will give her inscription which don't eat this and that,
yeah.
so that her health will be for a longer time.
Right.
So when the doctors are failing and us are failing, it means it's us who are not attending this case. We need to do so.
Right. This one is going to be booked, you know?
Yes.
And I think it will work very well. I think on that particular session also, we will let people know that are following us from day one that we have brought the person in, and we must demonstrate the power of what we are teaching here. Because these people, they need to know that this thing is.
We might do it live.
I think it will be a best idea for the sake of our community that are following us from day one.
We might just do it live. We put all the cameras on that one, this corner, that one, this corner. We just do our work. And we also need to do this, like you see we have cases of barrenness,
Right.
which we have here. Some other cases of barrenness are spiritual.
Right.
It's not even God. Some are witchcraft. Some are there is a spirit which comes, and whenever a person gets pregnant, they uproot. Then that seed is used for
Something else.
tokologies, bad influences, and so forth. So we need to look at our children who are suffering with barrenness. We put them under a spiritual scan. I think what we'll do, we'll take some prophets and prophetesses.
Right.
We push them into the prophetic.
Right.
Then us, we deal with the deliverance.
Right.
Whatsoever they will catch there, we'll deal with it, and we try to look into it. Is it authentic?
Right.
Otherwise, I'm realizing from this, we need to help our people the best way we can.
Right.
So on Sunday, we need to book people with barrenness issues.
Right.
See how many we have who are members.
Right.
Then we put them on a scan. We don't want to 10 people at a day.
One per session.
Imagine me, you, Pastor Toby, Pastor Shepherd, Pastor Hood, Pastor Chura.
I don't think something is going to survive here.
I'm telling
and
you.
I'm liking this because we are even finding solutions to our own children that has been here also from day one. And this thing we've been just brushing over it going.
Because they belong to us.
Yes.
We need to give them 100% attention.
Right. And the world will also know that our God is very able, and he does whatever he says. For the word of the Lord says, neither shall my word return to heaven void,
Empty.
without claiming what it meant.
No, it doesn't operate that way. So we'll deal with this.
Right. Okay. Right. Problems without explanation.
Yes,
Be
problems.
it medically, be it physically.
Yeah.
Right.
Then on this one I spoke about like diseases
Right.
without solutions.
Right.
Then diseases which are invisible, even by scans.
Right.
Right? Then number 2, we talk about problems that comes after a dream.
Right. That is number 2, ne?
Right. Problems that comes after a
Dream.
there are 2. It's either like people are troubled by spiritual husbands, those marine
Right.
spirits. Before they fight in the morning with their husbands, they must dream in the night sleeping with somebody.
Right.
So when they sleep with you in the dream, they leave deposits on you. So those deposits will create a bad flavor to your husband that you fight for a silly thing. So you realize this is the power. So it depends with how do you see man. These are demons. This is witchcraft. It depends with what did you dream.
Right.
You remember what happened to that Malawian lady, Maureen?
Right. Yes.
She had a dream, somebody coming to peace.
Yes. Yeah.
But number 1, see, there is a man.
Right.
There is a man. Yeah, it might be the spirit propelling everything, but there is a man.
Yes.
So meaning there is a human figure
Right.
who is doing this
These
work on
things.
behalf of demons.
Right.
That is why you see these people, they can fly from Zimbabwe to Malawi.
In seconds.
Yes, they are being helped by evil spirits, but them are the ones who are doing it.
Right.
So who pissed the Morini here? It's not just a demon. It's a human being who is working with demons, who is empowered by demons. So it's witchcraft. This is the reason why you see God said, suffer not a witch to live.
To live, yes.
Because he knew witches, they manipulate demons.
Right.
They can do whatsoever they want. And the demons are dangerous because they know the Bible.
Right.
They can pretend and confuse people. This is the reason why in Israel they always went after the strange gods, because they had some similarities,
Right.
some qualities that they could see. But our God, we never seen him doing this. But these ones are doing like this. You understand?
Right.
Because there was a God of the moon, the God of the rain, the
Right.
God of everything.
Eh.
And when they do their things, you could see the rain coming.
Right.
Then let me skip this one. But where my issue is, she was pissed here, and what happened?
She woke up dumb,
Not speaking,
not speaking,
right?
using text to speak to,
To
her
your
own
husband. Then
Right.
that daughter was called, that was Faith, right?
Right. Yes.
She's no longer coming.
Yeah. I don't think she's around.
Yeah, I don't think too. I think she's in Zim. Yeah, she phoned me and said, Father, I have a client here. So she's at our salon. I'm doing the hair, but she's not speaking. Then I said, she's not speaking. Give her the phone. Then the husband said, but she's not speaking.
She's not speaking.
I said, I want to speak to her. So I knew it. I caught the
Right.
signal. These are evil spirits.
Right.
This is witchcraft. Then I said, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, right now,
Yes.
speak. Speak. Then it screamed for the first time after 2 weeks. Then when it screamed like this, screaming is speaking was.
Obvious. The voice box is open.
Yeah, I casted the spirit. She fell down, and my wish is if there were people recording this, but the unfortunate part, the people who were there, they were shocked with what's happening over the phone.
Right.
Like over the phone, just like that.
Including the person's, the owner of that phone which was used. She even got a shock.
Could you know?
And I think she gave birth the same week, eh? Because she was pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant by that, yeah, by that time. Yeah. Then
Right.
you realize, Guti, that problem they tried everywhere. They went to the hospital,
No help.
but the problem came after a dream.
Right.
So you must be very careful of problems that comes after a dream, funerals that comes after a dream, fights that comes after a dream, stomach pains that comes after a dream.
Okay.
Now look, do you remember last week?
Right.
Tell me about this story. What did they say? Like that mother, Christine's mom. You saw it with your own eye.
We saw it firsthand because we were
We were
together.
there doing what? What were you doing?
We were doing deliverance.
You understand? And we were doing deliverance mainly from witchcraft, right?
Yes.
Tell them the story. You know it.
Right.
If I say it, I may be like I'm exaggerating.
She dreamt being cut a charm into her body. In Shona we call it the nyora. And the next morning, the nyora were there physically. The marks are there even up to today. But it happened during a dream. And she's suffering. She has been suffering a lot lately. Yeah.
You understand? So, but when that happened, we saw a physical mark,
Yes.
a very big one.
Yes.
But it was in the dream.
Can you imagine?
So you realize, Guti, what causes a physical mark here? These are physical people who have an ability to manipulate
nature and spirits.
so that they can fly in,
Right.
using the spirit and come physically to the place, which is very dangerous. Do you know what they do? What Jesus did is what these people do. Jesus
Right.
opposed the nature. Jesus could walk on top of the water.
Right.
And we carry that power. We are only scared. We don't have faith. Philip could preach here and disappear and be found in another place.
Caesarea.
Because he believed in that dimension.
Right.
He understood, I'm not a normal human being. He could find himself anywhere. So any level that you can believe in. If you see me not walking on top of water, don't blame God. It's me. I don't have that capacity. You understand?
Okay.
So, the manipulation of the spiritual powers so that you can do your physical work is a reality.
Just like what they do, as we were speaking last week, Womat's Baba and these witch doctors,
Yes.
they can call someone to fit into a bottle.
Yes.
You see the person physically in a bottle, and then, while the person is still alive.
And you can hold the bottle, you can see this is the person. And imagine those people who can show you a glass.
Yes.
And you begin to see what the person is doing over there.
Right. They call it mirror. What?
You understand?
Mirror.
But us, we don't even think about those things, because if you think about those, they will call you a witch.
A witch. But it's something that is there. It's being used. Right.
What is a vision? That's the same thing, Mos.
Yeah. But now a vision is more on one person. But these things now, they display it like what we do with the broadcast.
Aye. Let's talk about when do you see these people are somewhere ahead when it comes to the manipulation of spirits.
Right.
So went to a Sangoma.
Right. Yes.
A Sangoma managed to speak
to the dead.
To the dead. And Samuel
appeared.
Samuel the prophet appeared and said, I am tired. I want to rest.
Why are you troubling me? And they thought, the guy thought a fake Samuel is going to come.
And
but a real one emerged.
And he came saying, I want to rest. So imagine they had access. By that time, they had access to the dead. They had access to every dead person. So other people are here. They are just saying, Jehovah, Jehovah. These people are not dealing only with Jehovah. They are going beyond that. They know the systems which exist in the spirit. Us, we have the names only. We Jehovah, Jehovah. But the power thereof, we do not uphold it. Because when you have that kind of power, they call you a Satanist. I pray that God can help us and help the community to understand that God is more powerful, more than the devil.
Right. As we are going ahead, I've also realized that there are a lot of things that people are going through, and they are not sure if they are bewitched or a coincidence. Like these things, problems that come after dreams.
It's witchcraft or demons, definitely.
Right.
It's witchcraft or demons. Then, number 3,
Right.
magical events.
Can you explain this one, Daddy?
Okay. Do you know my prince?
Yes.
Do you know what used to happen at your place?
Quite a lot.
A fridge could go like this.
Yeah.
Then it's about to fall on top of a
child.
child. Then it comes back.
Right.
Then she is sitting here. She finds all the pillows which were on the bed in the fridge.
Right.
You can't tell me it's natural.
Definitely.
It's either witchcraft or demonic.
Right.
There are a lot of things that happens, like you are living alone in your house, you can't find money.
And you are alone.
You are alone. Nobody's there. Okay, you live with your child who is 2 years old. And the man is on top of the
Wardrobe.
yeah. Then you know this is definitely witchcraft. Witchcraft. Then there are other people, like, you know, it's very, very confusing. Like, you lose money and you stay alone. How are you going to explain this?
And who do you
Okay,
ask
have
before
you-
explaining?
Have you ever had something like this?
Right.
Whenever I have money, I don't understand where it goes. When you don't understand about witchcraft and demonic world,
Right.
you will say, are you normal?
Right.
You have money, then it disappears. No. It goes beyond that.
I remember you told us a story last week and you always speak about it, but now the density of what you were saying, I get to understand it now. When you were working, you said,
We were sitting with the
right,
Rasta,
and a client gave you money.
gave us 5,000. I still remember it was 5,000 for parts.
Right.
So as we are sitting there, we see people picking up money. Maybe we're sitting here, then on the wall there.
Which is about 30, 50
So
meters
I was
away.
the youngest guy.
Right.
Rasta and the Skokome, he so rest in peace. The one who had an accident.
Okay.
So I saw money and I was the only young guy. For Rasta and the big guys to go there, it was embarrassing. So I ran and helped people to pick money. So I took my money. I was so celebrating. Today we are going to drink beer a lot. I come back.
Yeah.
Rasta is telling me, would you give me that money? I said,
You can't be that bully.
You can't. It's me who went and picked the money. I said, John, I'm not joking. It's like the money that you picked up is the money that we were given yesterday. He showed me about I don't know how much, few hundred rands which were left, and he said, I don't know how money came out of my pocket and went
There.
And the funny part of it, Rasta never walked even up to that place.
You were
We
sitting.
came with our car and we were doing our mechanics next to Christ Chambers, Randbeck. Just next, when we are sitting, the wall was the Jurao, like the fence for Christ Chambers. We just came in and parked our car and waited for clients. And the money was too low. So this is the same way people are losing their money. Like these people, they have technology that they can even send Tokoloshis to come into your house.
Right.
They take the money. But the reason why it is very, very difficult for people to understand it, it's not an everyday thing.
Right.
These are miracles or special incidences which needs people who once went through it. I myself, I saw it with my own naked eyes. And my prince, who is here, who is the leader of the cleaning department,
Yeah.
he have a 100% experience of these things.
I remember also she even explained how a child sat in the air.
Imagine. Like right now you find those boys, they have toys, they have glasses, they have watches, and all those things they were given by the angels.
Right.
But in the future, in the near 100 years to come, if we write this story in the books,
Right.
they will say, like, you know what, one day we want to take my prince and have an interview with her.
Right.
I will be leading it.
Right.
I want people to understand, Kuti, these things that we are talking about are not myths, are not things that we just think about, but they are happening. They are people who have such experiences.
Right.
Yeah. So when you experience some miraculous things which you don't even understand, how did this happen? Okay, you are in your house, you stay alone, you can't find your paint. Who took it?
Right.
Okay, let's say, another point. You begin to have a problem after losing some of the stuff that were in your house, especially pens,
Right.
shoes.
Right.
Yeah, shoes, they will be taking your mobility.
Right.
Your speed becomes theirs. Their slowness becomes yours.
Okay, so shoes representing mobility.
Yes, mobility. And if
And
you are
your
a person,
weight as
so
well.
remember your clothes.
Right.
They carry what you
Your
have.
sweat, yes.
Whatever you have,
yeah.
your clothes can carry.
Yes.
This is the reason why when Elijah went, he did not leave the
Any-
anointing.
yes.
He left the
The mantle.
the mantle, because everything on Elijah was anointed.
Right.
So your clothes, they carry you. They can take your clothes and do whatsoever they want with you.
Right.
That is why the lady who was sick for 12 years, non-stop bleeding,
Yeah.
did not touch Jesus. He touched the hem of the garment.
Not the real part where is visible.
Just the hem.
The bottom
and,
part.
And the bleeding stopped. Why? Clothes, they take the characteristics of the
of
owner.
the owner.
Everything on an arts. You remember a person was thrown into the bones of the prophet.
Right.
They revived.
Same time.
Understand? So your clothes, they carry everything. So when people understand the operations of the spirit, they know which type of cloth to take.
Right. So if someone is taking a paint, it means they're taking your
can-
reproduction
Yes,
power.
they can
Be
take
it financial reproduction, physical reproduction. They take the private ability,
Yes.
like the expertise.
Yeah, even being loved by your man.
Yes.
They can sort it out in a way that your man begins to be like, what is that? Kusema so.
Right. And I've heard of men that have become diffusal. They are no longer working
Yeah, the system is,
because they just left. You know, we grew up in mines. We don't wash underwears and hang them in the house.
yeah.
We wash them and hang them on the public washing line, and they lost some of their stuff there.
Yeah.
And marriage is broke because someone is no longer effective.
Yeah, so a lot of things happen. So when you miss, you can't find your clothes, your shoes, your pants, your bras, anything you lose, please find something to do. Reach out to a pastor who is into deliverance.
Right.
Find prayers. Begin to pray, begin to fast. Because once you lose those things, they can do whatsoever they want. Some of you are barren because of that. Some of you are failing to get married because of that. Some of you have masare on the private parts because of all those kind of things. So this is how you see good. Even sometimes kusemwa, how do you call it in English?
Spirit of rejection.
It is a rejection.
Right. Not just the rejection. You get rejected being okay.
Yeah,
but
you
can
never did anything.
Yeah.
Even the people who are supposed to love you, they will
Right.
reject you. You wonder what's happening. It's not normal for a human being to be rejected. Under normal circumstance, a human being, whether poor or rich, must be loved, must
Right.
be respected. But you are not even poor. You are rich. You are not even rich. You can't say rich. You are
Stable.
You're stable. But people still want to say, you can really see what there is something. There is a shadow on you.
this is a real
Have
red
you ever
flag.
seen
eh?
when I begin to declare in this church, Guti, whatsoever face that you are wearing, remove it in the name of Jesus. You find people
Yes,
manifesting,
unmasking themselves.
unmasking themselves.
Yeah.
It is because there is a spell on you. You are thinking you are okay, but demons or the witchcraft powers, they made you to look somehow very funny and lovable. You know, you see. So then there are other issues like you have an abortion
Right.
spirit, abortive spirit. Like whatever you start, it doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
When it's about to, then it goes down. Because the problem is, when you have money, when you start a business, you are an accountant, you are whatsoever that you are. You know that I can run the business this way, this and that way. Then how can that business fail?
But you are upholding other people's businesses.
Yes, you really know, you're an expert
Right.
in this.
In this,
You know business well.
You've
But
done entrepreneurship
how
and
is,
everything.
how is yours fail? So it is no longer physical. There is a spiritual element in that. So it's either there are demons or it's witchcraft.
right.
Then when your dream life, like dream life in general, what do you see when you sleep? If there is always somebody who comes and try to choke you, it means there is a spirit of death which is following you, or there are witches who want to kill you.
Right.
And they will be wanting to kill you for sacrifices.
Not a normal death.
No, you like what they did, what they touched. They now need blood.
Okay, so Father, you're saying in the dream life, you dream of a certain individual or a figure
Yeah.
trying to choke you.
There's some
Is it different from having also a constant figure but trying to stab you?
It's the same thing. Because remember, when you are stabbed in the dream, if the stabbing is successful, you will be like Maureen. You are pissed in the dream, physically, you can't speak. So when you are stabbed in the dream, it might happen in the morning you wake up sick. And most of the people who are stabbed in the dreams and wake up sick, they will now concentrate with the sicknesses. They will forget the dream.
That's in most
Yes,
cases.
on most cases, they will rush to the hospital, they will rush to phone their relatives, but they won't think with the dream that I had when somebody was stabbing me. But you realize with 3 or 4 weeks to come, they will die. And
Right.
everybody will just say, it was a sudden attack, it was a sudden illness. It was a sudden illness. It was a dream which
Dream,
came and attack
yes.
was successful and
Right.
the person became sick. And just a headache. Okay, you dream somebody hitting your head with a stone.
Right.
Right? Maybe you dream it around 11.
Right.
Then do you think when you wake up around 6 you remember that?
Usually
can't.
you forget.
You understand?
Right.
So if the attack was successful, you were stoned and the village happened. If you don't pray, I'm telling you, it is going to materialize and it's going to be visible. Then you know, oh, okay. Mind you, plenty people, you are sick. You wake up sick. They don't check the dreams. They rush to the clinic. They rush to call the pastors. Because you are calling the pastor. Why can't you remember what you dreamt? When the pastor is helping you, is having the information about where you are coming from.
At least.
Yes.
Okay. Do we still have more?
We'll talk about them next week. Because
Alright.
our time is up and this session is supposed to be 1 hour, right? And it's
We
only,
have passed an hour.
yeah.
Oh. Right. So it means we are bound to stay on this topic for a bit longer, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So, my family, viewers all over the world that are watching, even those that are yet to watch, we have learnt a lot. Let us be watchful of these things. Maybe let me give a rundown. We must be watchful of problems that just come without an explanation, be it medically, physically, financially, any sphere of your life. Be watchful of problems that just come without an explanation. Number 2, problem that comes or that starts after a dream. Let us be careful on that, because it's also a red flag that shows that you are being bewitched. magical things happening. The Shona ones vanoti mashura. Yeah, let us be very, very, very watchful of these things, right? Aborting spirit, and you only realize it that you start something, it dies. It could be not more than one, not less than once. It could be 2, 3, 4 times. You try this, it just goes to a halt, and you don't even understand why, right? Must also be watchful of your dream life. Whatever that you dream, especially these dreams that have got an effect on you, someone trying to stone you, someone trying to choke you, someone trying to chase you, hunt you down, and many things that could be happening in your dreams. Those are serious red flags, because they mean a lot. On this one of things happening magical, we must be also watchful on things that disappear and we don't consider them important. Be it clothes, money. Money represents your sweat represents your blood, and your blood represents you. You lose that money, it means you've lost your fortune, you've lost your strength, you've lost everything. Wow, we have learned a lot. Your clothes represent your personality. Your undergarments, they represent your ability, your specialness. Wow. Thank you, Apostle, for this. What do you have to say to the viewers as we are winding down?
I'm just saying, stay tuned and follow for more of the content of this type. We hope to unleash all the hidden secrets about witchcraft. In the next segment, I'm very sure we'll start talking about dealing with witchcraft. We shall continue a little with the signs that you are bewitched, or you are being followed by evil spirits, or the problem that you are having is related to witchcraft or demons. So we'll speak about it next week. Then we start to tell you how to deal with
these witchcraft issues. All right. It has been a wonderful session. As we are touching down, which song is going to send us home, Father?
There we go.
Stay blessed. Have a wonderful night. From myself, Pastor Micheal, GM Ministries Pretoria. Have a good night.
Goodbye. I love you. Manga machaira kungondishungurudza manje this time ndokuumburudza vaudze kuti inini ndinochata ita mai vangu vatotopururudza shamwari dzangu dzichindiperekedza kokutya ikweni shoko ndakametsa vaudze kuti inini ndinochata maya sekushungurudzwa zvakapera kare ndozvazviri ndava muna Jesu ndakabarwa patsva mama sekushava poto ndakasiya kare ndozvazviri saka wedzera moto usadedze fire brigade prayer nemutsanyo unomupinda mumaneti wosanganisa utsvene ota neweti haungatadze zvakagonekwa nevahedheni dzichatokuma mombe mukwenyu kudheni ideclaration kune vanotenda mheni anozvipikisa mwari vanorova nemheni maya sekushungurudzwa zvakapera kare ndozvazviri ndamuna Jesu ndakabarwa patsva mama chekuchava moto ndakasiya kare ndozvazviri saka vanze ndinorova rova nemutsato nditsatova tova nditsapinda nzvitsa tsene tsene amai ndingamupira nemashortcut zvichaitika zvega kana zvakwana zvikati usatedzere nyika chero ikati zvakati mashoko anoodza mwoyo kandira muvhati maya